Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
Good day, I hope you're well. My name is Veliswa Tia, and today I'd like to talk about a very important topic of focus. Focusing on yourself. How often do you realize that you are the competition? You're not other people's competition, but you are your own competition. So much time is wasted by people who think that everyone around them who is doing well is their competition. This type of mindset will slow down your ability to reach your goals. The business of business is staying in business. The business of business has nothing to do with you focusing on what other people are doing. It is for you to focus on your course. It is for you to focus on your business. And so today I'd like to share a few points of why I think it's so important that you focus on yourself. But before I get onto that, please do the right things, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. Let's get into why you should focus on yourself. The first point to focus on is who you are. To know thyself is the beginning of all wisdom. So much of our potential is wasted because there is no knowledge of the self. If the self is unknown to you, you are basically operating blindly. You are going to get into situations that have nothing to do with you. You are going to waste your time and effort into things that have nothing to do with you. You are not going to be successful in things that have nothing to do with you, unfortunately. If you think other people are your competition, you are going to allow yourself to be led into things that have nothing to do with you. You are going to allow yourself to waste time. Take the time to understand where you are in your self-knowledge journey and then develop yourself from that. Understand what type of fighter you are. Are you a lightweight, a middleweight, or a heavyweight? Understand this before you ever try to compete. Not everyone who's in the boxing ring is your opponent. That type of mentality will get you punched. Unfortunately, you will not achieve anything when you don't know where to place yourself. You need to take time to know who you are so that you know where to place yourself. Focus on yourself. You are your own competition. Don't worry about what other people are doing. When you focus on what other people are doing, you basically allow them to lead you somewhere. Should they decide that they want to go left, you will start considering going left because that's where your focus is. However, there's nothing for you on the left side. Deepen your understanding of yourself. Everyone can lead in something. However, the majority of people will never lead anywhere because there is no knowledge of the self and therefore no understanding of where they can lead or where they should lead. The second point to focus on is conquering yourself. For a man to conquer themselves is one of the most noblest of all victories. Have power over yourself before you try to have power over others. How often can you get yourself to do what you say you need to do? How often can you get yourself to move to where you need to go? We are so good at seeing where others are falling short. However, how often do we sit ourselves down to see where we are falling short? It is going to be difficult for us to see where we are falling short when we are never our main focus. We need to make ourselves our main focus in order to know how to conquer ourselves. Get yourself to do what you say you must do. How are you going to help yourself win when you can't get yourself to focus? If you tell yourself that you must wake up at 5 to go to the gym, be able to follow through on that instruction. Be able to give yourself an instruction and follow through. Discover what is wasting your time and remove it. You are trying to do everything that is necessary to help yourself. You're trying to help yourself climb on top of everything that is distracting you. You are trying to gain more control over yourself since that is the only person you can control. The third point is profit from your downtime. People who are highly focused on themselves are highly conscious of their time, even their downtime. People who are successful understand the value of their time. A lot of people willingly waste their time because they have not determined a value for their time. Hence, they find it so easy to waste it. In one of my business management classes, we were taught about production management. In production management, there is a great focus on downtime. Downtime is the amount of time that a machine is not in action. Downtime is the amount of time when production has temporarily stopped. This is a great focus because there is a cost to downtime. The company incurs a cost whenever production has temporarily stopped. We also have downtime, a period of time where we are not in action, a period of time where we are temporarily not productive. However, the question is, what do you do with your downtime? We could qualify downtime as the time you spend traveling to and from work. That time you are stationed, you are not doing much. What do you do with that time? As opposed to you listening to the radio or listening to music, you could use that time to listen to a chapter in an audiobook. You could use that time to listen to a podcast. You could use that time to listen to a TED Talk on a topic that you are interested in. That is how you make good use of your downtime. You use time that you would have easily ignored and not made use of to make yourself better. You use time that you could easily waste to grow yourself. That is how you profit. As opposed to you using your valuable downtime to catch up on what other people are doing, you could use your downtime to profit yourself. The only time where you can use your downtime to look at other people is when you are trying to see what other people in your industry are doing. That would be the best way to use your downtime to make sure that you are up to date with the latest development in your industry. You can also be physically active but mentally down because the task you're performing has become monotonous, and so you can do it without thinking. With that type of thinking in mind, you can see how much you can profit from your downtime, how much you can profit from your mental downtime. You can use so much time to invest and develop yourself, to learn so much more, to deepen yourself in your interests. Always try to make the best use of your time. Your time is the most valuable thing you have. Use it wisely. The fourth point is focus on developing your courage. The people who are ahead of us, the people who are successful, had to have courage to begin. It takes courage to shut off what is popular and focus on what you want to do. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to not choose the popular direction, but to choose a direction of your own. It takes courage to look at yourself and accept that you are not where you are because you have not done the work or you have not made favorable decisions. That is why a lot of people choose to focus on other people and what other people should have done. However, what have you done? It is difficult to confront ourselves and realize that we have been our own problem a lot of the time. We have stopped ourselves. However, it takes courage to be able to look at yourself and help yourself move from that. Help move yourself to where you want to be by first understanding that it is you who is hindering that process. It takes courage to be able to look at ourselves and critique our own selves. However, we must do it. The more we focus on ourselves, the more we can realize where we can help ourselves and therefore move in that direction. We need to develop the courage to be honest with ourselves and pull ourselves to where we want to go. The majority of our lives are going to need us to be courageous. No great action can be taken without courage. We need to be courageous enough to look at ourselves and ask ourselves, is this all we are capable of? Or are we capable of more? The fifth and final point to focus on is be willing. What are you willing to do to get yourself to focus more on yourself? You can listen to all types of people, read all types of books, but what really counts is, are you willing to take the action? What are you willing to do to get yourself to be more courageous? What are you willing to do to understand yourself more? What are you willing to do to get yourself to profit more from your downtime? What are you willing to do? Nothing is going to happen in your life without your participation. Believe it or not, your life is following your lead. What are you willing to do to ensure that you lead yourself well? What are you willing to do to ensure that you lead yourself from a place of understanding? Your life is doing exactly what you are telling it to do. All men are self-made, however, only the successful will admit it. What are you willing to do to be able to stand up inside yourself and be able to say, I tried everything to help myself. When I heard of this opportunity, I investigated it. When I heard I could learn this, I did exactly that. When there were people teaching that, I was there. I did everything humanly possible. What are you willing to do in order to be able to do that for yourself? You are not going to regret everything. However, the more you focus on yourself, the more you increase the chances of finding what you particularly can be great at. We can all be great at something. However, we need to focus on ourselves. Focus on yourself. And that's it. I thank you so much for your time. I hope you found value in this video. If you found value in this video, please do the right things, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. I am Veliswa, and I thank you for your time. Bye.